Hi, Karen. We'll go ahead and give it a couple minutes.
Why wasn't that your new picture?
Hmm?
Why wasn't that your new picture yeah. Why is that
Oh,
not your new one?
I know I need to update it. Can't. Oh, here we go. The button in the middle. I was like, where am I going to share my screen? The big button that says share. One right in front of my eyes. Okay. And I will get all of this minimized. Minimized. All right. Hi, friends. We are having a cozy Canva teaching today. That's what I've decided to name it, Cozy Canva. And I'm just going to show you guys how to make a basic open house flyer. Um, you could also do things like just listed, coming soons, under contracts. You can use Canva to make graphics for social media or any other presents, an email campaign, anywhere you would want to send out a pretty graphic. So, to start, this is what Canva looks like. I am using Canva Pro. It's $15 a month without the Keller Williams discount. But if you buy a yearly subscription, there is a 15% off discount that you get if you use your KW email address. KW has a little deal with Canva where all of our agents get a discount. So if you didn't know that, or you need help figuring out how to utilize the discount, just let me know. All right, so here's what Canva looks like on the home screen. There's a couple ways to create a new design. You can go up here to the top left where it says Create Design. There's also a couple of designs readily available in the center here. These are maybe designs that you use frequently or that it thinks would benefit you. So I'm going to click Create Design up here. This little bubble pops up and it basically just asks you what would you like to create. So you can see you can use Canva for a lot more than just graphics. There's docs, whiteboards, presentations. Social media would be like those graphic things, videos, print products. If you wanted to use Canva like Vistaprint, you can, where you can make posters, banners, business cards, door hangers, anything that you would want to use a printing company for, you can also use Canva for. If you need help designing your website modules, there's an option for that. You can make something of a custom size, or you can upload a photo if you need to edit it. Logo, like I said, you can make pretty much anything on Canva. Um, so I'm just gonna say that I'm making a Facebook post. So I'm gonna scroll in here and look for Facebook post landscape. I've noticed that the landscape specifically is what shows up the nicest on all platforms of Facebook, like mobily on your phone, but also on the computer or desktop. I prefer the landscape variety. So I'll go in here, and then you can use this template option here at the top where it says design, and you can actually search what you're looking for. I typed Thanksgiving with a 6 in it. I would want to search maybe just listed. And it will come up with a bunch of great options. You can really pick whatever colors you like, anything like that. So here I'm gonna pick this one with some pretty marble. Kind of has a luxury feel, you know. And these pictures are probably not the house that you're listing. You can leave this just listed here. You can change the address to be whatever address you'd like. You can change this down here to be your name. Uh, just remember that if anything has your phone number on it, you also need the office phone number on it. Just a good little compliance thing to be aware of. But you can actually upload your files to change these photos super easily. So I already have some pictures of a house that is on the market here with one of our agents. And once you upload these files, right here, you can just click upload files. Files is just another fancy word for a picture. You can go in here to your downloads, and as long as you have the photo saved to your downloads, you can just click it, hit open down here, and it will pop up for you on the left-hand side in your available things to upload into Canva. If you need help figuring out how to save files, a lot of the time you just use your mouse to click on the right option instead of the left option, the right option. And then you can a lot of the times click save as, and that will save a photo for you. And then once you have your photos here in Canva, you just drag and drop them in, drag and drop them in, and drag and drop them in. So now I have a pretty just listed little thing to post on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, if you're a Snapchatter, Twitter, or Threads. A lot of great options to use these graphics for. Now, this is just one option, and I'll show you here how you can have you probably should search up here in designs. You can have other options as well. So you could also just search realty, and it will give you a bunch of ideas for generic realty posts. So this could be a blog post for 10 tips for buying your first home. And some of these designs are also great inspiration for posts that maybe you should think about posting that aren't necessarily property specific, meaning not referring to a single property that you have for sale, but something that's sort of more relative to building your brand as an agent. Um, and this is a really great option for that. If you just search realty, it can see what other people have made graphics for, and then it can give you an idea of what you should be posting. So buying or selling, you could put your headshot in here, you could put your phone number down here, your website, a QR code maybe to download your app, your command app if you're not utilizing that. It's a great resource if you need help on figuring out how to get that up and moving in your business. Just give me a call or call the office and get a hold of me somehow, and we can make that happen for you. But a lot of great options here on the side. And something else that I wanted to talk about today that I've been noticing has a uptick in popularity, especially around the lake area. Um, that's just, where I live, the trends I tend to follow, but is something called shareable content. Now, this content isn't necessarily relative to your business necessarily, but it would be something that your business is talking about. So I've noticed one of our local television stations, instead of posting stuff relative to what they typically would be posting, they're posting a lot in large groups, and they're saying, what's your favorite Christmas movie? It's just kind of a blank screen that looks, maybe something like this. And in here it would say, you know, maybe for this one we could do what's your favorite New Year's Eve tradition? And then you could post something like this on your social media platform. And this is called shareable content because it the more people tend to interact with stuff like this, where you're asking a question, um, or they may share it to their friends and family to get their opinions on what's their favorite New Year's Eve tradition. And it will probably boost the algorithm, boost you in the algorithm, thinking that more people will want to see your content. So this is a really great option as well for creating shareable content. This font's a little bit small right now and it's filling up not a lot of the screen. So I would probably post something like this. I like when things go off the screen and, do something a little bit different. But that's just my personal design preference. You could brand this to be your colors in here, and you click on a design, you click color up here. You can click on whatever color you'd like to change in this design, whether it's the white or the tan. And then I have here the KW hex code colors saved in my brand kit on Canva. If you need help figuring out how to do that, also feel free to give me a call. And so I could change all this to the color red that I like, all the tan. And another way that you can do this actually is you can highlight the entire design, all the elements. That's what all the little pieces are called. In Canva lingo is elements. And you can click on the color here. So we highlight just a couple there. We can change the color of all the tans there to red and here to red. So it makes branding super duper simple. Um, as long as you have your hex code saved for if your personal brand, in addition to in addition to Keller Williams brand, is a color that is not Keller Williams red, which is allowed. You can just upload your colors here. You want to make sure that when you're representing Keller Williams, use our logo, and our logo has the correct colors on it, but you can add additional logos, and that could be your brand logo as well. So this is a really great option for shareable content. Also, if you're thinking about starting a trend or starting a series, maybe where obviously social media content doesn't have to be all realty related. I've kind of showed this a little bit with the shareable content, but if you would like to, say, start a series on maybe one of your pages where you're going around to different open houses at the lake and you're, displaying them and filming a cool video, that would be something interesting. I like to watch those a lot online, just various open house videos. You can also make those on Canva. We can go back home, fire truck, create a design, and then you can go down here to video. You'll see mobile video, Facebook, TikTok. I typically tend to use the TikTok video, which is the 1080 by, it's like 292, 2092 pixels. And you can go down here and there are tons of TikTok video templates. Canva has really boomed, which I consider outstanding because it was one of their weak points when TikTok began. But they've really taken off on all of the different TikTok templates. And so you can go in here, and this is kind of a cool one. Drag and drop it over, let it load. So see, you've got separate videos in here. And I think when you play the whole video, yes, there. So this is what it looks like. So this would be really cool for highlighting maybe different features of the home. If you put a video of, the front or the bedroom or the bathroom in each of these, and then you label these accordingly, these pieces of text here, it will keep the animations that you see, which is the typewriter animation up here. It will keep those animations because you're using a template, which I think is outstanding. And you can change the font to be something that's more in line with your brand. If you typically use a different font, you can just go ahead and change that here. And just like Word documents, you can change the size, the color, the underline, where it sits in the bubble, its orientation, if you want it to be flush left, flush right, in the middle, the line spacing, if you have more than one line. You can make it have an effect, so you can make it outlined or shadowed or lifted off the page. You can really do a lot with the different designs, but I really think this one would be a great story template to put on your different social stories, your Facebook and Instagram story. If you'd had an open house that day and you wanted to display, maybe you could show people walking around, and I think this would be a really useful template in my opinion. Yeah, because I mean, it's very satisfying to watch. It's quick editing and cuts while still being sophisticated. Sometimes those super quick cuts can be a little bit jumpy around and it feels a little bit not super professional, in my opinion. But this is a way to do the quick cuts to keep someone's attention span without it being directly in your face. I think that's a really great option. But you can go through and edit and make TikTok videos right on Canva. You can edit the duration of clips. You can edit font at the bottom of clips, text bubbles. Now, if you're wanting to edit a full-length TikTok video with captions and all the works, I would recommend an app called CapCut. And if there is a want for that video on how to use CapCut, I'd be more than happy to film that for you guys and put it on Agents and Staff as well, or do a class on it, whatever you'd like. And we'll go back into Canva here. And I'll show you just one last thing. When creating a design, like I said, you can go into here. I tend to use the social media bubble. You can actually scroll through posts here as well. So different stories and Facebook posts that people are using a lot of. This is going to be stuff that's trending. Instagram posts. And this is a great place to get ideas for stuff that you could be posting or stuff that you'd like to post. Um, I would also recommend, in addition to getting on Canva and creating, that before you're jumping in blind, that you're setting a clear goal of what you want your graphics to be accomplishing. You know, a good brand should always have um, a branding one pager, typically fonts that you use, colors that you stick to, hex codes. And I covered that kind of if you attended our branding workshop that we did last month. So doing what we worked on last month, taking that into this month, applying it to Canva so you can get in and create, but create with a purpose, create that will drive your brand, your brand identity rather than scatter people's ideas of what your brand does and who you are. So that is what I have for today. If you guys have any questions, or let me see if I can get back here. There we go. If you guys have any questions or you'd like to meet with me one-on-one, we can do an hour sit-down workshop on anything tech related, whether it be Command, Canva, CapCut, designs within Command, which is sort of the KW version of Canva. That's really great also if you're just starting out and needing something really quick and simple. Designs is great. If you want to work on smart plans, reaching your sphere, anything that may be tech related, please reach out and I'll put a little, well, maybe if I can sort it out, I will put my contact info in the chat here so that anyone can reach out to me. That's my number and my email. And for anyone watching this after the fact, my phone number is 573-317-7479. And you can reach me at Riley Glissendorf, RiLeyGlissendorf at kw.com. Thank you guys, and see you on the 18th for another workshop.